So this coronavirus situation is going to be with us for a while, it looks like. So we may as well learn more about it and sharpen our skills in employing the immune system in training the immune system to deal with situations like this pandemic and the next one to come. What I want to emphasize today is to put together a targeted treatment, not to rely on the scan, which is usually what I teach. To follow the show method and let the scan results guide you what's next to come as a treatment. But you may want to just focus on a certain situation. In this case, we're going to focus on coronavirus, okay? So, and what that means is we're going to employ the search function, okay? So I'm typing in coronavirus to start out with. And here I would like to emphasize, and here they are. Let's put them over into the treatment basket, into the custom treatment database here. And here I just want to repeat once more that these coronaviruses are previous coronaviruses. They're not the COVID-19 or the coronavirus 2 frequency, okay? That's coming. But in the meanwhile, please feel confident and comfortable using these two frequencies because they're 96% identical. So for example, the vaccines, the attenuated virus that they use for vaccines, they remove a couple of genes out of the virus's RNA, and which makes it biologically unable to, replicate and such, but it's still enough information to produce an antigen, which the immune system then can use for memory. So it's the same here. In other words, it's so similar that it's perfectly fine to communicate with the immune system about this particular virus. So I want to emphasize or explain two things real quick. The two vectors or the two different systems of the immune system when it comes to viral responses. One is the direct response to produce antibodies to kill the virus, which is mediated by interferons, okay? So you have here interferon 1 and 2 and 3. It's actually 1, 3, and 2. And the virus, including in fact, the coronavirus is very strong in blocking that activity, of course, because the antibody that's going to come out of this produced will kill the virus. So it inhibits or blocks, but inhibits the expression of the interferons. Okay, so these are the interferon alpha and beta, or rather gamma receptors that allow the interferon 1 and 2 to be coming through and being manufactured and so on. Okay, then the second arm or the second drive of the immune system is to recruit other, more interferons and other immune factors to mount a really large immune response. And that component is inflammatory, and one of the driving factors is interleukin 6. Okay, so that's what creates that cytokine storm, which you've heard about. It is counterproductive, and it actually kills the patient because it generates so much inflammation so fast that it, in the lungs it generates so much fluid that the person drowns or suffocates. So if you see interleukin 6 in your scan result, do not put it in a treatment. Okay, do not put it in a treatment. So we're going to focus on this. This is the mechanism we want to focus on, and I just want to emphasize here or make you aware of JAK1 or just the JAK gene in general, because that's part of what we're going to be looking for. Okay, so we got the virus in there, and now we want to look for interferon. That's the component of the immune regulatory system that we want to support and turn on and upregulate. Okay, so here you can see interferons. So let's put them in. Right now, we only have a general interferon. We don't have interferon 1, 2, and 3. It's coming, okay? But in the meantime, we just work with interferons. And you could put in that Janus kinase 2 gene that will support this process of getting the interferons up and running and fighting the virus. that's the little lesson I want you to get through today, that you can put together any treatment you want just by searching for it. You don't necessarily always have to go with the search results. You can use this instrument in very different ways.